Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We've got a great video set up for today. We're going to talk about how to generate multiple income streams as a commercial real estate agent. Every successful real estate agent I know has that entrepreneurial mindset. They're always thinking about how to grow, how to generate more revenue, and most of all, how to build long-term wealth. So today, what I want to do is I'm going to share a few strategies I've personally used to create additional income streams beyond commission. Number one, residential real estate agent referrals. This can be a great revenue source for you. And I know that because early on in my career, I was brought into a large residential real estate firm here in Los Angeles. It was called DBL Realtors, actually. Now, his task was starting a commercial real estate division. Now, they had about 1,200 agents over about 11 offices. So immediately, the first thing we did was dog and pony show at all the offices. Went out, met the residential agents, showed them how, as a commercial real estate agent, I can generate extra revenue for them. And probably the kicker was the referral agreement. We went through it with them. They had a copy of it, so there was no questions down the road of what we were doing with it. So they started almost immediately sending us leads. The floodgates did open, but our biggest mistake that we made was not really showing them how to vet the commercial real estate leads. So a lot of leads we got in the beginning were absolute trash. We went out and educated them, showed them how to vet those commercial leads, and that completely changed the tide. And it was just such a great way to start earning extra revenue. So that's something you want to do. But you also want to keep in mind, as you're a commercial real estate agent and you're out there marketing yourself, you will get residential people say, hey, I want to buy a house. You want to make sure you've got a referral agreement with certain residential agents saying, if I get referrals, I'm going to send you a referral on that. I want to get paid on that. So you got two-way street there with the referrals going back and forth. It's a great way to get your revenue rolling. Now, I want to clarify, I understand that you guys are not going to be at the level I was at with 1,200 agents and 11 offices, but it's very important that you get out into the residential agent community and start talking to them and let them know that you do give referrals and that you were willing to sign a referral agreement in advance, and then that way you guys can start referring deals back and forth. All right, we're on to number two, and it's out-of-area commercial real estate agent referrals. Because as your business grows, you're going to start getting calls from tenants or investors looking outside of your market. Now, that's not really that big of an issue if you're with a national firm, but if you're with a smaller firm that doesn't have offices in that market, this can be a problem unless you prepare in advance. What you want to do is create a pre-vetted network now. Once you go to industry events like CRE Summit or even ICSC, make connections with agents outside of your market, start sending those referrals out and earning additional income. And just as important, you want to remember this, you want to create a two-way street by positioning yourself as a local expert that other agents send business to when they get a referral in your market. That's how you build a steady stream of referral deals from other CRE agents out of your market. All right, we're on to number three, and that's broker price opinion. Because once you've established yourself and you're confident in your valuing assets accurately, you can start charging for broker price opinions, or BPOs we call them in the industry. So you want to focus on building relationships with lenders, with attorneys and investors, because they often need a quick, affordable property valuation for things like refinancing or portfolio reviews. Another one that we had fairly often was divorce or estate settlements, property disputes, short sales or foreclosures. And here's the best part. Those BPOs can often lead to listings when those properties go up for sale. So not only are you earning money on the BPO itself, you're positioning yourself for future business down the road. All right, we're on to number four. And this again, you need to make sure that you've got solid experience under your belt before you offer consulting services. But you can do it for things like investment strategy, portfolio optimization, or market analysis. And probably the biggest takeaway is when you do this, it positions you as more than a broker. It makes you a trusted advisor. That credibility is what builds long-term client relations and income. Number six, referring a commercial real estate lender. And honestly, folks, I am so shocked when I talk to commercial real estate agents that don't know that they can get a commercial real estate fee from their mortgage lender. It's just something that it's so easy to do. Extra revenue. Now, residential, not you guys, commercial only. And you know, it doesn't just give you extra money coming in, it gives you control on the deal because you've already got a built-in relationship with that lender. So you want to make sure that you're referring somebody in to get that extra fee. Matter of fact, we started Icon Capital Advisors that we own because we want to make sure that our agents at Commercial Brokers International can control that a lot more. So they have a built-in relationship already, and it works wonders. So make sure you get a good commercial real estate mortgage lender that you can be referring out, and make sure you get that fee. You're an entrepreneur, and you got into this business to make money. So make sure you're exploring every legitimate avenue to do just that. All right, thank you for watching this week's video, folks. I hope you found it to be very helpful. If you could, make sure you hit that like button. If you haven't done so, make sure you're subscribed. And if you have any questions, put it in the comments below, because we'd love to hear what you have to say.